Greetings, brave viewers. Welcome back to the darkest and deepest corners of the Forbidden Archives. If there is one specific detail in the Bible that atheists mock the absolute most, it is this exact question. If Adam and Eve only had two sons, who did Cain marry? Traditional scripture remains completely silent, leaving a massive historical void. But a banned ancient text filled this gap, revealing a terrifying control over time. We must travel back to the primal dawn of humanity, when Cain was wandering the earth. According to ancient records, early human genetics were absolutely flawless and pure. Because their DNA was uncorrupted, close intermarriage did not cause mutations. The secret text explicitly states that Cain married his own biological sister, Awan. She was born during the early days of creation, when humanity was just beginning. But this seemingly trivial detail is merely a small distraction from a much darker truth. The real danger lies in a harmless-looking object hanging right on your living room wall. We are talking about the modern Gregorian calendar that dictates your daily life. To fully understand this deception, we must journey to the towering peak of Mount Sinai. The Book of Exodus tells us that Moses received the 10 Commandments on stone tablets. However, apocryphal traditions claim that he was given much more than just a few laws. An entity known as the Angel of the Presence descended from the heavenly realm above. This majestic being handed Moses a profound revelation known as the Book of Jubilees. This forbidden manuscript is also referred to as the Little Genesis by scholars. It provided the exact dates and specific names that the traditional Bible left out entirely. The angel commanded Moses to document the perfect chronological order of the world. This divine system was based on a perfect solar calendar of 364 days. It was perfectly divided into exactly 52 weeks and 4 symmetrical seasons. Under this sacred solar calendar, every holy festival would fall on the same day. There would be no shifting dates and no confusion regarding the appointed times of worship. But why was this perfect celestial mathematics violently suppressed by authorities? The Book of Jubilees contains a chilling warning about the manipulation of time itself. It speaks of the wicked watchers, who were fallen angels cast down from the high heavens to the earth. These corrupt entities intentionally taught early humans how to observe the lunar cycles. They introduced a chaotic lunar calendar that shifted the holy days by 10 days each year. This was not a simple astronomical mistake, but a deliberate spiritual tactic. The forbidden text warns that if you observe the holy feasts on the totally wrong calculated day, you are no longer worshiping God, but rather the pagan deities who rule that specific time. By shifting the sacred calendar, the fallen watchers successfully hijacked all human worship. Imagine the terrifying implication if our global timekeeping system is compromised. Would you still blindly follow a calendar if you knew it was designed by demonic forces? The Book of Jubilees was actively preserved by the isolated Essene monks at Qumran. These desert monks believed that the mainstream temple priests in Jerusalem were deeply corrupted. They accused the temple authorities of adopting the flawed lunar calendar from the Greeks. Because of this deviation, the Essenes considered the temple sacrifices to be invalid. Records show that the early Roman Church later finalized this chronological betrayal completely. During the famous Council of Nicaea, powerful Roman bishops gathered to set doctrine. They officially severed Christianity from its ancient biblical roots and Hebrew calendar. The Holy Sabbath was forcefully moved from the seventh day to the venerable day of the sun. Sunday worship was originally dedicated to the pagan sun god known as Sol Invictus. They also replaced the biblical Passover with the newly calculated festival of Easter. This move successfully integrated pagan fertility symbols into the sacred religious practices. The Book of Jubilees became a dangerous liability for the new Roman Church. It exposed the uncomfortable truth that the religious calendar had been entirely rewritten. Therefore, the Western authorities quickly labeled the Book of Jubilees as dangerous heresy. They actively hunted down and destroyed almost every single copy of this ancient text. The manuscript only survived because the Ethiopian Orthodox Church kept it hidden. They recognized its profound spiritual value and included it in their biblical canon. The survival of this text allows us to peek into the forgotten mechanics of timekeeping. If the Watchers truly manipulated the lunar cycles, then our modern astrology is tainted. Every horoscope and zodiac sign is essentially a remnant of this demonic instruction. The prophet Moses was desperately trying to establish a divine order in a chaotic world. But humanity ultimately chose the mesmerizing complexity of the shifting lunar phases. Time is not simply a measurement of passing days or a tool for tracking the changing seasons. It is the foundational framework that dictates exactly who and what we offer devotion to. The gears of the cosmic clock have been grinding against the divine will for thousands of bitter years. When you look at the calendar hanging on your wall, you are staring at a spiritual battlefield. The dates marked in red are not just holidays but monuments to ancient theological conquests. Have we unknowingly joined pagan rituals every time we celebrate a major holiday? The angel of the presence warned that forsaking the solar calendar would lead to total blindness. People would lose track of true new moons and mistakenly celebrate profane days as perfectly holy. The Book of Jubilees challenges the very foundation of our accepted historical timeline. It forces us to question the supreme authority of the institutions ruling our daily lives. The history of the world is written by the victors, who hold the absolute power to define time. And those victors deliberately erased the little Genesis to protect their religious power. The story of Cain and Abel is merely the gateway into a massive labyrinth of hidden truths. By answering a simple question about genetics, it pulls us into a grand cosmic conspiracy. The fallen angels did not just bring weapons and warfare, they weaponized time itself directly against us. Their ultimate goal was to misdirect the collective worship of humanity away from the Creator. And looking at the modern world today, one might very easily argue that they have been wildly successful. Our society moves to the irregular rhythm of a broken and manipulated chronometer. The Book of Jubilees remains a powerful testament to the lost divine order of the universe. It stands as a flaming beacon of truth amidst the dark ruins of our suppressed ancient history. We must carefully examine the traditions we blindly follow and seek the original ancient paths. Because whoever controls the flow of time essentially controls the eternal destiny of the soul. The forbidden archives will continue to open and reveal the secrets that the Church tried to hide. We will keep digging through the ashes of burned manuscripts to reconstruct the genuine narrative. The ancient patriarchs understood the cosmic significance of following the sun's pure bright light. They knew that harmony with the heavens was the only way to maintain a true connection with God. The shattered remnants of the ancient calendar are still waiting to be fully restored today. Time is running out for the deceptive systems that have governed our planet for so many centuries. The truth cannot remain buried forever, and the suppressed voices of the prophets will be heard. Was changing the holy calendar a necessary reform or a demonic deception? Who do you think truly controls our time today? Please drop your honest thoughts in the comments. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to uncover the 18 missing years of Jesus Christ next.